Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. Mon nom c'est Emeline Michel.
Sven Stelemak, Angelo Cadet.
Alors ce soir, je vous dis merci. Merci de joindre ce live. Alors ce live, elle a pour but justement de ramasser des fonds pour la Fondation Enfant Jésus et la fondation, en partenariat avec la Fondation Reve Anaika. Cet événement, c'est une soirée qu'on va s'amuser, on va avoir du fun. Alors, on va vous présenter des artistes extraordinaires. Alors, ce soir, nous avons avec nous deux animateurs exceptionnels. Alors, ce soir, guys, we're gonna have fun.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And on this 10th day of June for National Children's Day in Haiti, we want to really support all of the initiatives.
Oui, et puis ce soir, ce n'est pas seulement une question d'argent, c'est une question de mission de cœur. Ne parle pas les créoles, anglais, English et français. Oh yeah!
Yeah! Alors, c'est ça, comme les gars l'ont dit, c'est une mission. Alors, ce soir, nos deux fondations ont une mission. Cette mission-là, elle a pour but de venir en aide à des enfants défavorisés en Haïti. Alors, c'est pour cette raison-là qu'on organise cet événement-là. C'est pour que, justement, qu'on puisse se mettre ensemble en partenariat pour qu'on puisse, justement, faire un changement dans la vie des enfants en Haïti. Alors, cet événement, on va vous nommer quelques artistes vite qui vont performer avec nous ce soir. On va avoir Belo, Tifane,
Toto Laraque, Emeline Michel,
Paul Beaubrun, Win Butler, Régine Chassagne de Arcade Fire. Et on est aussi de Montréal, New York et Haïti en direct. Oui!
Yeah, guys, asseyez-vous. Chita, campez, ça n'a fait, hein, baconner. So, guys, on va avoir du fun. Alors, ce soir, je vous dis de passer une bonne soirée et n'oubliez pas, donnez. Et je vous le dis, donnez et vous sera donné en retour. Alors, ce soir, je vous dis de passer une bonne soirée, que le spectacle commence.
Yes.
Good evening. As I stand before you today on behalf of the voiceless orphans in Haiti, we are actively seeking love, stability, education, security, hygiene, and better health. Please allow me to introduce to most a world you could only imagine. My name is Jon Robertson. I am the CEO and co-founder of Fondation Enfant Jésus, Haitian National Children's Day. From the 3 different platforms tonight, we have fireworks in store for you. For an exciting brochette of international artists, along with our guest speakers and our very young team who have answered the call to stomp for the benefits of those desperately in need of love and support. I also must highlight our underwriters, without whom conceivably tonight's presentation would have remained just an idea. I also want to thank FEJ's global team. In the previous 2 decades, we have worked together through thick and thin. It has been an honor to serve among you. An estimated 30,000 children live in orphanages in Haiti, created by a combination of complex reasons: poverty, natural disasters, physical and intellectual disability, inadequate housing, the lack of health and education services. I want to talk to you about, well, name will be Carol for the sake of privacy. Why Carol? I believe that her story paints the vivid representation of our purpose and dedication at FEJ. Carol was in an arranged relationship. Her family had essentially given her as a domestic slave to a better suited family. At first glimpse, the man of the house, the predator, had her on his side. Not long after, she was raped and impregnated by the head of the household. She gave birth at the first child at the age of 13. By the age of 17, she already had 3 children. An extensive sexual and physical abuse by the housemen. She finally gathered her courage to run away. That day, Carol knocked on our door at FEJ, and she found refuge for herself and her 3 children. So I asked her, what are your dreams for you and your children? I realized then she didn't know she could not have dreams. She needed to be empowered. Carol swiftly enrolled in our educational programs and participated in our different workshops about planning, family planning, hygiene, nutrition, self-esteem, women's rights, finance, management. As a result, a window to discover her hidden talents had opened. Further down the road, we received a donation to build a house in the community. We organized a contest among the women's program, where each woman would share their dreams and tell us how a new home would change their lives and what it meant for their future. She had a natural talent. She won the contest. And we helped her build her new home. She had to supervise, participate, learn, engage in the entire building process. After the construction, Carol was very appreciative for the well-deserved support she received. She took pride in knowing that we did not just hand her a house, she built it. Our program and education that Carol received changed her life. It gave her purpose and made a remarkable transformation in her life and that of her children. Today, Carol is 21 years old, adult, owner of her own house. She's involved in her children's education and health and is a very responsible mother. Carol and others like her prove that the last 30 years I've dedicated to the betterment of every orphan who graced our compound with their presence has been an important personal factor for me. Let the first edition of Haitian Children's National Day remind us that we are all in this together. Let it be known that tonight our intervention will not bring about bandage solutions of bread, fish, and used clothes. Tell them that we're ready to dive into the circumstances, indeed produce long-lasting solutions. Those children are ours. They're part of the same ancestry that gave us solid genes, smarts, and greatness. If we consider our heroes of independence with humble beginnings, everyone had to take them under their wings and taught them how to think and strategize and fight, because with unselfish stains in 1804, those heroes gave us a country. Today we are the future heroes of those orphans. You matter only if they matter. They are we are them. May this collective endeavor from this day forward represent our unwavering commitment to help change our lives. Yes, I said our lives, by reasons that we are all connected to one another. Whether we believe it or not, it doesn't make it untrue. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable multitude of mutuality, ties in single garments of destiny. However, affects one directly, affects all indirectly. Those words from Martin Luther King echoes the efforts of our forefather, who also had an open border in Haiti. Dessalines invited everyone who wanted to be free to come to the land of freedom, Haiti. We are the guardians of the first Black Republic. We should take pride in knowing that the blood of those heroes run through our veins. Let it be known that tonight we come together as one to help pave a new road, to renew our promise of prosperity and justice and happiness. Our boundless fortune remains the children. Come in and join the paradigm of change. Thank you. Timounyo mweme nou a tout cœur.
Car depuis longtemps, nous luttons sur le front des Amériques. Et nous tombons comme Toussaint l'ouverture, Delgrès, Macandal. Mais nous nous relevons avec la voix de Bob Marley, avec les points de Mohamed Ali et la gloire du roi Pelé. Moun sa yo mette vie yo en danger, pour la paix pour yon jour ça ka changer. L'homme même maintenant yon pas songer. espoir d'honneur. Pour ça yo conviction yo exilé. Qui campe king dans toute cause mêlée. Ça yo qui remette l'on a campé. Béni yo, béni yo, béni yo, papa. Oh, béni yo, wa béni yo, papa, papa. Béni yo, papa. Oh, béni yo, papa, béni yo, papa, béni yo, papa, béni yo. Ça yo n'oubliez remercier qui toujours mettait tête yo en dernier. Ça yo qui démarquait démagogie qui réagit nous paraît caillé pour rien. Ça yo qui tombait pour la belle dans mi temps plongé mal pontier pour la vie nous changer. Béni yo, papa. Oh, béni yo, wa béni yo, papa. Béni yo, papa, papa. Béni yo, papa. Oh, béni yo, wa béni yo, papa, papa. Wa béni yo. Béni moun qui pa fait parler, papa. Faut qu'on béni yo, moun qui pa fait pour faire danger. Faut qu'on béni yo, ou béni famille moun sa yo. Faut béni yo, qui tombe pour la vérité. Papa béni yo. Papa béni yo, 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 papa béni yo. Ah ah Papa, wa béni yo.
Toutes ancêtres nous, tout ça qui t'est passé avant nous, c'est un genre approprié pour honorer. Si nous voulons aller loin dans le futur, il faut nous reconnaître tout ça qui était venu avant nous. Alors, on a commencé avec un petit moment. Même Jean la pluie a tombé, que bénédiction a tombé sur tout le monde en Haïti. Il va venir encore. Allez. Si le roi vini, ouais, encore, pays a changé. Si le roi vini, ouais, encore, allez. Pays a changé. Pays a changé.
Bienvenue à tous. Nous bien contents de venir avec nous après-midi, inviter nous demander nous pour nous capables passer un petit moment avec nous après-midi là pour nous capables supporter Fondation FEJ dans les États-Unis et Fondation FEJ Haïti et en même temps tout Fondation FEJ avec Reve Anaika dans Montréal. C'est tout un plaisir pour moi pour être capable de rencontrer nous. Et moi gagne avec comme nous là, le fait que nous avons plusieurs monde, nous avons fait en français et puis nous avons fait en créole et en anglais. OK? Moi, après l'introduire nous avec un collègue moi qui là avec nous qui peut aider nous pour nous capables d'aider les gens qui en Haïti. It is very important that we help these children because no one else looks out for them but those of us that are assigned this task. Haiti currently is going under a lot, but most importantly, those children that are living with HIV and that have no place to live. That's what we focus on at this moment. Tonight I introduce to you my friend, Deb.
Bonne fête nationale des enfants. Did I do that right?
Yes, you did.
Je m'appelle Debbie Kelton, and that's probably all the French I'll be speaking for the rest of tonight. I will need a translation on what you said earlier. And let me introduce Hemler Francoise, who is a board member for Fondation Enfant Jésus, FEJ, as we'll be referring to the organization throughout the evening. And before we go any further, talking about what we're hoping to achieve tonight, I would like you to talk about how COVID has affected the population in Haiti last year.
Well, at this moment, not just how COVID has affected Haiti last year, but currently COVID is affecting the Haitian population greatly. And we are grateful for the work that the Biden administration is actually doing in providing vaccines to developing countries. And we send our thank you to his administration and all the work that they're doing.
And tonight we'll be spotlighting a lot of the different missions that FEJ helps support. The orphanage, the education, specifically funding the medical center.
That's correct.
And also the low-cost housing. And that is what we are hoping to focus on tonight. We have a goal of reaching $100,000 during this fundraiser. And we are headquartered here in New York, and we hope to raise $50,000 with our New York effort. So we hope that everybody will step up to the plate and make their donation as we take this virtual tour through Haiti, learning about the music, the culture, and FEJ. And now we have a word from the founding member of the Replacements, also the former longtime bassist for Guns N' Roses, and currently in a duo called Cowboys in the Campfire. He has spent time in Haiti himself, and he has seen the devastation that has been wreaked in that nation over the course of hurricanes and earthquakes. Please welcome Tommy Stinson.
Hey, my name's Tommy Stinson. Having been to Haiti before, saw the devastation and all that stuff. They need help, they need love, they need money. Any way you can give, you can help and should help.
Thank you.
Every dream, every intuition, and the building blocks of every organization begin with a single person. In the case of Fondation Enfant Jésus, or FEJ, her name was Lucien Duncan, a woman of faith who in 1985 donated land in rural Haiti. Decades later, FEJ's leadership and direction is now provided by Lucien's son and his wife, Lucien and Gina Duncan, two individuals whose compassionate acts of charity are transforming and empowering the people in Haiti, many of whom have lived their lives with absolutely nothing.
FEJ in the early beginning was very informal, funded by my parents. They had a school with 50 children in their yard. Today we have 550 kids at the school. We have about 90 at the orphanage.
FEJ's aim is to break the cycle of poverty through sustainable human development. The core services that we provide at FEJ are culturally sensitive. We provide education, healthcare, child and family advocacy, entrepreneurship, community capacity building, and mostly we have a very huge emphasis on family preservation.
FEJ's school still sits on the former Duncan estate in La Mardelle, a largely impoverished community outside Port-au-Prince. Over 500 students make the journey to its campus each day, not only to learn, but to receive basic necessities.
Bon, chaque jour, nous recevons environ 500 timoun dans l'école Enfant Jésus. Fondation Enfant Jésus bail un pile service pour timoun yo qui viennent dans l'école là. Donc bon gens l'éducation, yo bail soin la santé, nous bail manger, nous bail livre, nous bail uniforme. Nous pas jamais joindre aucune aide dans mes gouvernement, dans l'état.
Nous sommes capables de dire pour non pas vraiment un écolage pour l'école Enfant Jésus. Sinon, tout le monde qui est là, trois capables de l'école. Pas un écolage pour eux. Sauf que, il y a certains parents qui sont plus ou moins capables de nous réclamer 500 gouttes dans la main. Mais ça représente environ 2% dans l'argent utilisé pour permettre l'école d'avancer.
Although it was originally founded to serve the children of La Mardelle, FEJ has since expanded its operations to also provide education to the community as a whole. Its vocational school is a center where adults can go to get a different type of education in skilled trades.
Et il y a un impact qui est important pour nous en pile, c'est permettre que les jeunes aient une opportunité, soient capables d'apprendre un métier. Ça pourrait permettre que gain création d'emplois, ça pourrait permettre que gain un autre niveau de vie.
Moun qui vini yo nous un paquet de jeunes, nous bien qui c'est maman tout. Là yo vini ici, ça ou fin apprendre, yo capable faire comme avec non seulement ici et ailleurs à l'avenir depuis son barrage qui gain rapport à travail manuel.
Moi vini là pour moi apprendre, l'aime fin apprendre pour moi travailler parce que travail là aider moi gain moyen pour moi continuer avec ça moi demain.
Meanwhile, in the nearby mountain community of Kenskoff, FEJ operates a crèche, or orphanage, where around 90 children are currently waiting to find homes.
The crèche is a safe haven for children. It's a place where we are able to care for children that are either abandoned or come from very impoverished situations or that are very sick.
Prends soin de Timon demande un pile travail. Si toute catégorie Timon que nous recevons, nous recevons Timon qui infecté par VIH, ça qui fait syphilis, ça qui pas ouais, ça qui a un problème soit que pour marcher ou du moins pas une capacité pour apprendre l'école. Et chaque catégorie Timon ça nous obligé ba un soin qui répond à problème yo.
Adoption is the last option. It is always better having the child in his biological family. But when there is no other option, it's also better that the child is placed in a loving family, caring family, providing kind of individual love and care to the child better than being institutionalized. For the past 15 years, we have about 1,000 kids being adopted.
As time goes on, FEJ continues to find more ways to expand its operations and increase its capacity to provide much-needed aid to the people of Haiti. This is only made possible with the support of the donors and volunteers who keep the Foundation's mission alive.
We came to Haiti initially for personal reasons and just fell in love with the country and the people here. I think the amount of need is something that is unknown anywhere else in the world.
The services that are being provided by FEJ don't just put a Band-Aid on the problem. What FEJ is doing and providing to these people is an education. It's what needs to happen in order to fix the long-term problems that this country has. It's in providing to their people and doing it and demonstrating it in a way that is really making legitimate change down here. There are a host of different ways that you can be involved, whether that is traveling down here to Haiti, whether it's monetary contributions, whether it's sponsorship of a child.
We provide resources to FEJ because it has a direct impact on the children in the community. And we know that every dollar that we donate goes directly to that cause.
I also have another passion, supporting FEJ and the vulnerable children of Haiti. I have supported Gina Ferris in her work through FEJ since 2011. The school, medical clinic, and malnutrition program have all been of interest to me. All are necessary for children to succeed and survive in the world today. I ask you to donate to this very worthy cause during this virtual event. Thank you.
Spécialement pour les enfants de Jésus. Tiboulon, moi perdu un tiboulon, côté tiboulon, oh, en bas machine. Tiboulon, moi perdu un tiboulon, côté l'aller, tiboulon, oh, en bas machine. Gardez jamais travé, me perdu un petit boulon. Mon Dieu fait me joindre lui, pour mal jouer à Tibounio déjà sous terrain. Il y a tant de Toto, pour qu'à jouer football, pour qu'à jouer volleyball. Tiboulon, me perdu un tiboulon, oh, ma machine. Tiboulon, côté l'aller. Des gens qui aiment content, mais qui t'en jouent un petit boulon, moi ranger machine là, pour ma jouer à Tibounio lever des bras en l'air, yo dit vite Toto, nous allons rouler ballon, nous allons monter bicyclette, c'est ça. Gardez 50 hommes. Faire jouer boulot pour cacher machine pour mal jouer à Tibounio. Le nous rassembler, nous pral bailler ti blague nous pral tirer contre nous pral jouer ti point ti quoi nous pral faire nous étudier, m'a faire nous prendre ça et les grammaires. Aïe aïe aïe. Alors si Claude Bansley, mettez guitare pour les enfants de Jésus dans des papas. Ah. Oui. Tiboulon, t'es perdu un tiboulon. Tiboulon, oh, en bas machine. Tiboulon, j'ai perdu un tiboulon, oh, en bas machine. Y'a des gens comme pourtant, moi qui t'en joue un boulot. Mal rangé machine là, qui t'en arrivé sous terrain. Nous qui t'en roulé ballon, nous qui t'en à baille blague, n'a baille blague papa Pierre. l'ambichade avec ou qui malise ça. Timounio, balancez à gauche. Timounio, à droite. Merci Gatti Teto. Sougez Polo. Hey ya, Boulolum Balala, chantez. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Regardez le chantier Jésus fait jouer boulot. Boulolum Balala. Tout le monde, Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Boulolum Balala. Tiboulon, tiboulon. Moi, ben, j'ai tiboulon. Y'a des gens comme contents. Moi, dis merci Jésus. M'gètan jouer boulot. M'gètan jouer à Timounio. Nous guettons à manger un gros bel plat manger à bon ou pile du riz avec 4 boulettes. Nous allons pour fresco, nous allons prendre la Jésus. Les enfants de Jésus, c'est Babarja.
Bonjour, c'est Tifane. Hello everyone, my name is Tifane. Je vais parler en créole parce que je parle à mon moi. Merci en pile Fondation Enfant Jésus parce qu'on m'a une opportunité pour moi venir râler quelques oreilles, pour moi venir parler dans la tête quelques monde. Pour qui ça? Parce que si on partie dans la population que nous vraiment négliger, que nous pensons ou nous mettons dans la tête nous que yo OK mais que yo pas OK du tout, que nous investir là-dedans, c'est petit monde. Nous pas investir assez dans petit monde yo. En pile nan grand monde jusqu'à présent pas mettre dans tête que petit monde gen droit, que yo pas gen et droit pour yo gen plaisir, droit pour yo jouer, droit pour yo gen goût la vie tout. Et en pile côté dans pays en quoi toujours dans punition corporelle, mais plus que punition, qui plus qu'on maltraiter petit monde. Donc moi pense que si nous pas ouvrir cœur nous, y pas connaît comment pour yo faire le tout. Et c'est nous même qui pour montrer ti moun l'amour pour yo ka connaît comment pour yo bali en retour. C'est yo qui bat en vieillesse nous. Donc merci en pile Fondation Enfant Jésus parce que wap bam chance ça pour moi dire tout monde qui regarder mieux. Pas mettre dans tête nous que c'est l'argent seulement qui ka aider, mettre dans tête nous que nous gain possibilité bail coup de main nous. Contact Fondation apparaît pendant toute concert ça, pendant toute activité ça, événement ça, contactez yo. Ou week-end, cherchez connaître nous-mêmes qui ça nous ka bail, comment nous ka aider. Merci.
Hey, Tifane. Oh yeah.
My name is Joel M. Reed. I'm a retired oncology surgeon. I practice in Massachusetts for the last 40 years. I'm retired now, and I've been living in Haiti for the last 8 years. I'm a member of the board of directors of FEJ, Fondation Enfant Jésus. I serve as a capacity of an advisor for the clinic at La Mardelle, and also other social programs that we have with FEJ. FEJ is doing a fantastic job here in Haiti, but it hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy for the personnel, hasn't been easy for program. And the children of Haiti are losing out because we don't have, they're not supported in what the potential could provide. So FEJ has its base in La Mardelle, and this building is part of FEJ. As you can see, we have kids with HIV. We have a lot of adolescents who come here and be trained to become more responsible for their society and identify themselves as Haitian. Now, to answer your question, if you go to, FEJ has its base in La Mardelle, which is near Gantier, and FEJ also has a campus for orphans in Obléon-Kinskoff. And FEJ has this headquarters here in Delma 19. What FEJ has done and is trying to continue to do is to support the young kids of Haiti.
Hi, and welcome to tonight's event. My name is Lillian Dukes, and I'm president of FEJ USA. And we have joined with FEJ to put on this event in recognition of 2021 Children's Day. FEJ has been in existence for over 30 years. I've been involved with them for about 10 years, getting to know them just shortly after the earthquake. I've continued to go and had an opportunity to experience life on the ground for a number of years, taking family, friends, other volunteers along with me. We have had a phenomenal time and a life-changing experience. From creating summer camps to repairing facilities, playing with kids at the orphanage, holding babies in a nursery. Every little bit that we've done has been much appreciated. We are so looking forward to the time that we can return. So tonight, we'd like you to continue to enjoy the events of this evening. We have a number of phenomenal artists that have joined to help this celebration and to get the word out about FEJ. If there's a little known fact about FEJ is a lot of people don't know who they are. And the work that they are doing needs to be known by far more people than know today. We are hoping that if you're able to give, you give. If you can't give, can you spread the word? Can you get the word out about this phenomenal organization? The kids of Haiti that we help need it. It has been a life-changing experience for many of them to watch and personally see young kids whose lives have been saved through the efforts of this organization. So we invite you to continue to watch the remainder of the program. There's more phenomenal events and artists to come. Sit back and enjoy, but most of all, help spread the word about FEJ. We need you, they need you, and the kids of Haiti need you. Thank you.
Guys, on a plus de $10,000 de ramasser. Wow, n'est-ce pas extraordinaire?
Amazing.
Wow.
Incroyable. Non, mais c'est incroyable parce que l'objectif, c'est d'atteindre 100 000 $. Si on atteint 100 000 $ juste aujourd'hui, et là, ça ne fait même pas 20 minutes, yeah. On avait regardé il y a quoi, 10 minutes?
Ça fait
là?
10 minutes, oui.
Alors, on a peut-être plus que 10 000 $.
Oui, oui. Ben, écoute, c'est déjà extraordinaire de ramasser 10 000 $. On ne s'attendait vraiment pas à ça, mais on vous remercie. On vous dit merci et chaque dollar compte. Chaque dollar est important. Et ce soir,
on veut justement vous parler de deux projets qui nous tiennent à cœur par nos deux fondations, la Fondation Enfant Jésus et la Fondation Reve Anaika. Le premier projet, justement, c'est pour pouvoir venir en aide à des enfants, des familles, justement, qui sont sans toit, qui habitent vraiment dans des comment je peux dire ça, dans des maisons
Défavorisés, en
oui,
décrépitude, tout ça, dans la
oui,
pauvreté
imaginez-vous
extrême.
exactement dans la pauvreté extrême, parce que vous savez, le sud, parce que justement, Reve Anaika est situé principalement dans le sud d'Haïti, et le sud a été touché par l'ouragan Mathieu en 2016. Alors, jusqu'à présent que je vous parle, les enfants vivent encore dans des toits insalubres. Alors, ce soir, justement, la mission, le projet qui nous tient à cœur, c'est ça. Et le deuxième projet, c'est
also to take care of their medical needs.
Yeah.
What if I told you that a lot of kids in Haiti right now do not get the attention that they need because of all of the stigmas attached to having HIV and AIDS? So through Fondation Enfant Jésus, what they do is they focus on taking care of those kids that have been discarded, left for dead, malnourished, and provide them with the healthcare that is top of the line. Right now, every $10,000 that you'll be able to give will be able to take care of 7 kids throughout the whole year. That's their medical care, that's their food, that's every single need that they actually have. So when we reach that 50 grand, we'll be able to take care of 35 children. Now, the real question I'd like to ask both of you all and everyone watching right now is, what is it worth to you?
Effectivement, parce que un peu d'argent, un peu de chasse, un peu d'argent qu'on met de côté pour les sourcils, pour les cheveux, c'est facile. Et juste avec cet argent-là, avec 10 000 $, comme tu viens de dire, Sven, ben on peut avoir une maison avec 2 chambres à coucher, une toilette, une cuisine, pour vraiment une famille qui peut avoir un toit.
Oui.
Alors, c'est ça qui est important.
Oui.
Juste mettre un peu d'argent de côté, c'est ça notre mission. C'est ça qu'on veut atteindre et ce n'est pas impossible. Au contraire, on l'a vu, on l'a fait avec 20 minutes et c'est possible parce que pendant qu'on se parle maintenant, il y a des enfants qui sont en direct et qui nous regardent et qui attendent cette voie-là. Ils ont un espoir, on leur donne un espoir.
Exactement, exactement. Puis, la façon que vous pouvez leur donner cet espoir-là, justement, c'est en donnant. Donnez ce soir. Vous pouvez le faire par plusieurs façons. Il y a le Cash App, on a le compte Cash App, le Zelle, le PayPal et aussi sur le site que vous regardez présentement. Vous êtes en train de nous écouter présentement.
Interact aussi.
Interact, oui. Les gens de Montréal, guys, Interact.
Il n'y a pas quelqu'un qui a donné un sou.
Un sou, yes.
Oui.
Somebody gave 1 cent, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Every single dollar counts.
Yes.
And I've actually been to Haiti. I've actually seen Reve Anaika in action. And after seeing this with my own 2 eyes, I can tell you that the needs are real.
True.
And there are so many different campaigns out there, but at the same time, give.
Et moi, je serai là pour le prochain. Je suis là pour le prochain voyage aussi.
My name is Pat Ingersoll. I'm from Haiti. Now I reside in Minnesota and have been since 2005. At the time, I was 15 years old. My journey with FEJ started in 2004. After a horrific car accident, I was adopted through FEJ, then moved to the US and Minnesota to live with my adoptive parents. Now, I remember one thing Gina always said was that she's not giving us away, you know, that she would always be our mother, and she always has been. To donors, thank you very much for your assistance with helping FEJ. Your generosity has helped many kids, including myself, to grow, learn, and pioneer, to be able to help Haiti, folks in the States, and of course states across the world as well. To Gina, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication in helping kids all over Haiti and finding new homes, parents to take care of them. And I remember one thing that you always said is that you're not giving us away, you know, and you do a phenomenal job in finding great parents for us kids. And for that, I am very thankful. I'm thankful that you are a selfless human being, you know, a true guardian angel on this earth. I love you and thank you.
Non, mais dis-nous quoi dire.
OK. Ah, OK, merci.
Okay. Alors, on aimerait vraiment vous remercier. Nous, Time dit nous merci en pile. You know, Say thank you, Sven.
Yes.
Help me on
Thank
this.
you.
Come on.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Merci.
thank you. So many people take the time to invest in their nails, their hair, their shoes, their car. But for something as small as a car wash, the $10 that you spend on a car wash can actually contribute to the well-being of a child. When it comes to Fondation Enfant Jésus and Reve Anaika, together they have more than 20 to 30 years of experience coming together to make sure that children's needs are at the forefront. And this is the reason why all of these different people are here today, online, virtually, just to make sure that their needs are cared for. Are you willing?
Yes. So, guys, donnez. C'est vraiment tout ce qui est le plus important ce soir, c'est de donner, c'est de chérir cette cause. Parce que ces deux causes, c'est des causes qui sont importantes pour les enfants en Haïti. Ouais. Et on sait, les enfants sont l'avenir d'un pays. Alors, on veut que vous puissiez faire part, justement, faire partie de l'avancement de...
Ouais, et puis on est très conscient on a tous des privilèges, on est très conscient qu'on veut participer à cette mission au-delà de nos privilèges. C'est un peu ça. Et c'est une des premières fois que je vois qu'il y a autant d'artistes internationaux dans dans nos communautés haïtiennes, que ce soit Paul Beaubrun, Arcade Fire et tout ça. Et tous ces gens-là sont là pour cette même cause. Je pense qu'une cause comme les enfants, c'est la cause qui est fédératrice.
You know something else too that really touched me when it comes to the foundation is when I heard the story about Patrick. Now, Patrick was a young man who was with his family. Unfortunately, he got hit by a car. And after being hit by a car, he could no longer walk and they had to cut off his limbs, his legs from the knee down. After that, you know what happened? He was actually left in an orphanage. He was taken by the orphanage of Fondation Enfant Jésus. They catered to him and they actually found a way to get him adopted at the age of 16 years old. Who adopts a child that's 16 years old that has medical issues like that? Well, I'm happy to say that today, Patrick not only has prosthetic legs and is living in the United States, but Patrick is actually a senior financial advisor at Chase Bank.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Because someone had the capacity to actually believe in him. And when it comes to these stories, we have so many stories of young people that have come through this foundation. They got the love that they needed, and they also had the faith, that confidence that you can actually get to another level. And today, what is very important is not just only to give, but to understand the need.
Yes.
You follow me? You don't just have to give only today. You can actually give long-term. You can be a long-term partner.
Yes.
What is $20 to $30 a month that you could give towards something that is greater than you? You follow me? There's a quote that really marks me, Angelo, and I know you probably know this quote. Maybe you can say it in French.
Let me.
But the quote goes as follows. People were created to be loved, and things were created to be used. The problem is people are being used for the things that people love.
Wow. Les gens créent pour aimer, mais les choses sont faites pour être utilisées. Et l'important, j'ai manqué la fin.
Mais l'important, c'est but people are being used for the things that people love.
Les gens sont utilisés par les choses qu'ils entretiennent à être aimés. C'est un peu ça qui veut dire l'idée. Alors, je pense, je ne sais pas combien on a de temps, mais l'important, tout le temps qu'on a parlé, tout le temps que Steve a donné sa citation, pendant que Merlin a donné ses faits, l'argent monte, c'est ça qu'on voit. Et on a une artiste incroyable qui me regarde présentement, qui s'appelle Magdala, qui va nous chanter tout à l'heure, dans quelques minutes, il va faire une prestation. Vous allez voir comment c'est incroyable. Merci, mesdames et messieurs, de nous soutenir.
Yes.
When you make a donation to FEJ, there's a direct impact to each kid, providing them education, uniforms, basic health care, and a safe environment.
I support FEJ because this is one of the poorest countries in the world, and every dollar that you contribute goes to the cause of helping children and making leaders of tomorrow.
You come down here really not knowing what to expect, and you leave with your heart just being so full. The people have gone through so much loss here, but have bounced back, and they're making progress, and it's amazing to see.
Without donations, Fondation Enfant Jésus could not continue their work in Haiti. We wouldn't be able to provide school for over 500 children or care for all the kids that are under our care at the orphanage. So I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our donors for their generosity, their continuous support, and from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you so much. And we ask you to continue to be supportive of the work we're doing. We need your support. We need your help.
Okay, it's me again, Rebel Lion here with Laraque Simon. This time we have another set of musicians who's gonna play this song with me. This piece is called Latibonite Sole. This is a traditional Haitian song that inspired me, a story about a child that lost his parents, and it's basically, I'm basically singing the voice of a child who has lost their parents. So this song, I have a group of incredible musicians here with me. On the guitar, I have Sugartin, I've known for so long, since he was about 1 year old, and Tibil, which is a great percussionist, Zuila. And we have Sarita, a very serious and disciplined musician. And each of those kids you see here plays more than 1 or 2 instruments. So this is multi-talented musicians here that I'm fortunate to be presenting the show. So sit back, relax, and listen to Latibonite Sole.
Timon la Timon mito, et jam désolé. Timon la confondía, sole, sole, kade kade Timon kala sole, Timon sumun del mayo, sole, Timon yo de ba sole, kade kade sole, kade kade sole, sole, Timon la radio, sole, Timon la wa, sole, 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 sole.
Yes! Incredible.
Et encore une fois, merci parce que nous tous nous branchés. Jeudi à son jour spécial. Et jour ça, jeudi à, du fait que nous sous scène ensemble. Belle dame ça avec, c'est pas une coïncidence. Tout le monde connaît l'amour que me gagne pour tout le monde et qui j'aime quoi dans le futur pays, c'est dans Merolier. Mais lui-même, dame ça ouais là, il était commencé à travailler avec des petits monde qui sont handicapés dans Healing Hands à l'époque. Et c'est lui-même encore, pendant le travail avec Timoun, il vient rencontrer avec grande dame ça, qui c'est Gina, dans la fondation, et il travaille, il vraiment.
Cœur comme gain pour Haïti, il faut que tu aies un monde qui reconnaît ça, qui aide, aider. Et c'est ça qu'on a demandé nous-mêmes fait. Nous-mêmes, nous là, nous vivons réalité et nous quoi la donne. Mais nous-mêmes, nous regardons. Gon gens que même côté nous chita, si vous sentez émotion avec le travail qu'on fait, gon gens pour encourager le travail ça, gardez toute information qui en va, qui pral bay détail, côté pour contribuer, parce que je dis, non seulement nous célébrer le travail qu'on fait en Haïti, nous garanti que le futur assuré avec aide que nous bail, nous sommes capables de continuer le travail là. Alors, je remercie Gina parce que
Je dis, it's all about love, fun. Monsieur, si je conduis tambour, je ne pas là. Personne, si je musicien seulement. Je dis, c'est pour tout le monde dans le monde, mais particulièrement pour tout le monde en Haïti. Nous réunis là, c'est justement pour deux fondations, qui c'est Fondation Enfant Jésus avec Fondation Reve Anaika, qui a aidé tout le monde. Donc, c'est ça pour nous faire regarder. Garder le lien et puis aider. Nadege, est-ce que vous nous avez aidé? Vous sentez que vous nous avez aidé?
Je sens que je vibrer. Vous connaissez moins de vibration. Moi-même, je travaille avec énergie, avec son, avec tout ça qui t'a fait bien-être payant, bien-être timounio. Et moi, je sens vibration. Je sens cash.
Et puis, comment ça va passer?
Attention.
Nous avons un paquet de gros artistes. Regardez, allez, bon, des cash, allez.
Cash. Ça, c'est donation pour les enfants d'Haïti.
Ça, c'est les
ailes. Make it rain.
C'est les ailes la tombée, il fait.
Make it rain.
Cash up. Pew. Why, maman, PayPal. Tout gens. Regardez, aidez.
PayPal, Zelle, ça gagne.
Tout bail, mon cash. You name it. Parce que là,
if you got it, we take it.
Et puis, je vais ajouter un bagage, c'est que il y a un pile gros fondation internationale, gros bagage, on a parlé de gros noms, mais l'autre travaille avec une fondation locale, qui travaille avec tout le monde en un one-on-one basis. Ça veut dire, dollar qu'on voit, presque, il est tout servi. Il pas 80% pour payroll, pour overhead, pour ci, pour là, il est tout aidé. Donc, prends ça comme leçon. On dit, le travail, si nous voulons aider, when you give back, toujours essayer de travailler avec des fondations locales. OK?
Sharing
is caring.
Le 4 octobre 2016, l'ouragan Mathieu frappe la perle des Antilles vers 7 heures locales. Le département du sud d'Haïti est particulièrement touché. Routes détruites, liens de communication rompus, 80% des bâtiments rasés. Toute la péninsule du sud-ouest est coupée du monde après l'effondrement d'un pont. Mathieu jette 11 000 Haïtiens dans des abris de fortune plus de 350 000 personnes sont sinistrées.
Depuis Mathieu passé, depuis l'ouragan, mais qui côté nous dormir même, qui nous dégager nous là même?
Eh bien, nous dégager une jeune capable. Dans le Cameroun, nous faisons la descente Cameroun pendant 2-3 jours. Après ça, nous cherchons côté pour nous mettre code. On ne va pas faire direct Cameroun. On ne va pas faire l'éternité là. Obligé de chercher un côté pour mettre tout à tout.
Reve Anaika, nous-mêmes nous sommes est-ce que était utile nous, qui genre nous t'es trouvé ça même?
Bon, nous était bien utile nous, nous trouvons Dieu nous tout dit merci tout. Là nous peut courir pour nous dire merci. Nous sommes bien contents à faire sortir changer de Simon dans Reve Anaika, pour participer ensemble avec eux.
Par rapport à l'aide que Reve Anaika porte, aide secours, est-ce que vous êtes satisfait de ça? Qui j'en te trouvé?
Je suis satisfait de ça, je me dis ça veut dire bien merci en fait. Merci bon en fait, je vais très bien. Je dis bien merci en fait. Mais tout le monde vient le mal, va bien passé. Je vais féliciter la fille.
5 ans plus tard, la plupart des infrastructures n'ont toujours pas été remises sur pied. C'est alors les besoins des régions touchées restent immenses. Un toit pour nos enfants est un projet à moindre coût, pouvant permettre à 5 familles de bénéficier de 5 maisons sécuritaires, les protégeant des différentes intempéries catastrophiques. Nous avons constaté un grand nombre de familles vivant dans des états précaires dans la zone de Dumont à Port-Salut, les Cailles. L'équipe de Reve Anaika vous invite donc en grand nombre à supporter la cause afin de venir en aide aux enfants. Cela implique un don de plus de 50 000 $ pour la construction de 5 maisons, incluant chacune 2 chambres à coucher, un salon et une toilette. Aidez-nous à les mettre dans un endroit sécuritaire. Merci pour chaque don.
How can you not be affected when you see footage like that? Once again, I'm Debbie Calton. We're coming to you from New York, and I am here with Himmler Francoise, who is a board member for FEJ. And you know things are going to start getting serious, Himmler, when I put on my glasses.
Oh, yes.
Yes, because I want to make sure that we're looking at all of these figures correctly. First of all, it looks like we're at about $11,670 right now. Our goal is to raise $100,000. So this is a time to ramp it up. It says that 47 people have donated so far. I have to believe that other people are watching this right now and maybe waiting, but don't wait. Go ahead and give that money now. You can see on your screen, there are many ways that you can donate. And we appreciate you doing that during this fundraiser. Please do not wait until later because we really want to raise this money tonight. How does this money get spent? Well, we were talking earlier about funding the medical facility. ITU beds, $10,000 will fund 1 intensive treatment unit bed on the FEJ Children's Caris Intensive Care Ward. And that building will, we're going to be seeing that in just a bit, or this is going to start being built soon?
Yes, it's actually already in process. It's what the funding does. It provides services to 7 children. That's $10,000 doesn't just help one child. It provides assistance to 7 children that are affected by HIV. These are children, little children. We're not speaking about adult, because everyone take the time to speak about the adult, surviving HIV, but yet they forget about our little children. We are the voice that they need, and they are the future. So we have to stand up together and then ask you to support them, to donate. Please go to donatefej.com and they will receive that support. Every dollar donated goes directly to the support of these children.
I think we need to stress that this is a non-governmental agency, so
That
you don't
is
receive
correct.
any funding from the state, from the country. This is all funded by the generous donors like you.
That's correct.
Yes, and also, so other ways, if you don't have $10,000, $834 will fund 1 month. $400 funds 1 month's supply of food and milk. $250 funds 1 month's supply of medications. And again, we are talking about the most vulnerable population in Haiti.
That's
children.
correct. That's correct. And not only that, to those of you who don't even have that much to give, feel free to do a $25 donation.
And do it monthly.
Everything counts. Every penny counts. Because you'll be surprised how far a dollar takes us with helping these children.
Absolutely. And this is incredible work that FEJ is doing. I know that you've recently come back from Haiti. Can you talk a little bit about the conditions there right now?
Well, currently the conditions are completely deplorable in Haiti. But you know, I want to make sure that we remain focused on the support of these children, because when a child can't go to school, when a child can't be fed, when a child don't have a place to sleep, that should not be in the world we live in today. So that is the reason why this evening we come here, we asking you, go ahead, go online right now. Don't just sit and watch. Go ahead, pull your credit card out and donate. We don't care what it is that you have. Donate. Feel free to call and go on the website and give your best. Give your best. Every penny counts. And I cannot stress that enough, everyone. I cannot stress that enough. Every penny counts. Because here we are, we have about 47 people that have donated so far. We would like to, even if we were to get a dollar from 100,000 people, that will be fine.
That would be amazing if we could do that. We've heard a lot of great musical performances already, and if you had been paying for a ticket to see all of those performances, you probably would have paid at least $100 already, if not more.
Indeed.
And we also still have some great performances to come, including Arcade Fire. You probably would be paying $100, $250 for an Arcade Fire ticket.
I don't want to miss it.
So again, because of the entertainment value of what we're presenting here, but also primarily because these children are in need, and this organization provides, FEJ provides the orphanage, the medical care, the education, and now the low-cost housing. So please do whatever you can right now. We want to see that number of participants and donors go way up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Please do what you can.
And now we'll go ahead and pass it on to our next performer. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it might be Belo.
Oh, well, okay.
Comment nous y tout le monde, c'est Belo Haïti. Je nous connais. De manière générale, moi toujours aimé associer voix moi à des causes qui nobles. Je dis, attention, toute attention, aller vers Fondation Enfant Jésus, qui c'est une structure que je connais depuis très longtemps, depuis 15 ans. Mon travail avec eux, nous avons participé dans un gros fundraiser qui était fait pour eux en Haïti, et par la suite, mal visité Timounio plusieurs fois. Je dis, ils ont besoin de nous. Et c'est peut-être ça, guitare ça, voix ça, personnalité ça, venir chita là dans l'événement pour le partager petit moment ça, pour le faire appel à nous. Ma brave une musique que moi particulièrement aimé jouer dès qu'il s'agit de cause Timoun, qui relève d'ailleurs Timounio, qui m'a invité nous apprécier. Ça va louer, ça va louer. Sous tes campales anglo qui n'angèle, l'identité qui s'amène, les m'a prié sans raison. Sous tes campales en battement dans qu'aime l'identité qui s'ampère, qu'aime palpiter tout le temps. C'est mon yon nan touman, ya koukouman. En bas tout mauvais vent, pas gen moun qui font Jean à Dieu. moun jodi gon moun demain, c'est ça tout temps y a clé en est. Si ça devant ba yo la main, mettez yo son bon chemin, na ouais un jour. Qui j'en veille moi va changer, puis qu'il a une belle, d'un coup bijou. Mais c'est pas ça moi dit tout, ça va être pour faire fou. Continuez rêver ça toujours à Dieu. Sous tes cabalets anglo qui nage, l'ida dire qui s'amgue. Les m'a crié sans raison. Sous tes cabalets en battement dans qu'aime, l'ida dire qui s'ampe. Qu'aime palpiter tout le temps, yeah. Moi pas ouais. Ti moun yo nan chimè, qui mène yo nan lumière, pour yo éclair. L'esprit m'bab jom ka ban pè non. Ti moun sa yo se yo kespoir Haïti, kat jen yap rive nan la ria. Yo en bas soleil la pli avec Freddy. Yo pa gen fami ni zami ti moun yo. Se nou zemans yo ka pote délivrance ti moun yo. Se nou ki pou ba yo yon chans souple ti moun yo. Fok nou encadre yo. Se yo ki avni peyi nou ede yo. Se yo même qui connaît banque pays nous, yo compte sur nous pour produire go intérêt. Si mon jodi go mon demain, c'est ça tout le temps y a clé on est. Si ça devant ban yo la main, mettez son bon chemin, na ouais un jour. Qui j'en paye moi va changer, puis qu'il a une belle, d'un coup bijou. Mais c'est pas ça moi dit tout, ça va être pour faire fou. Continuez rêver ça toujours pour ti moun yo, ti moun yo. Merci beaucoup pour geste, merci beaucoup pour attention. Merci parce que vous avez aidé à encadrer tout le monde. Non pas c'est Belo et c'est toujours un plaisir pour m'associer à de causes qui sont nobles.
Hemler, I'm loving all of these performances, and I've decided that I'm going to have to get a rain stick. So.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Anytime you want to go to Haiti, I'll be more than happy to take you.
Well, I will go, and I would love for you to tell me some more about our next performer.
Well, our next performer, he has been supporting us for an extremely long time, and he's one of the pillars in our community. He has done great work on behalf of children in Haiti, and everyone pretty much knows him. And the minute I say the name, I know they're all gonna be jumping out of their seats. His name is Paul Beaubrun. And everyone, please give him a hand. And before we even go to him, let's go ahead and say thank you to Paul Belo for what he has done for us.
Hey everyone, this is Paul Beaubrun, and I'm so happy to celebrate Haiti National Children's Day with you and with so many other artists that I love and appreciate. And thank you to all of you for the support. I'm sending a big shout out and love to Reve, Anaika, Fondation Enfant Jésus. Thank you for having us here tonight to celebrate this big day together. So I'm going to sing a song called Noyé, and I always think about that song. It's like a mother trying to protect their children, and that's exactly what we're trying to do today. Think about the children, think about the future. All right, let's go.
Noyé n'a pas noyé, noyé n'a pas noyé. Hazili subanto belalo, Bruno. Hazili subanto belalo, Bruno. Supela vitimunyo, supela vichobio, supela vitimunyo, supela vichobio, Bruno. Bruno. Whoa, boy, 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 boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Noyé n'a pas noyé, noyé n'a pas noyé, noyé n'a pas noyé, noyé n'a pas noyé. Hazili subanto belalo, Bruno. Hazili subanto belalo, Bruno. Supela vitimunyo, supela vichobio, supela vitimunyo, supela vichobio. Mama sobela vitimunyo, sobela vi Haiti mama sobela vitimunyo, sobela vichobio. Ay Ezili non ven la pio, si tout mando pardon, pour tout ça non fait pas bon, nous décider nous les changer, même lié nous a croisé, c'est noyé n'a pas noyé, nous ven la pio pour qu'à sauver, nous ven la pio pour qu'à sauver. Ezili non ven la pio, si tout mando pardon, pour tout ça non fait pas bon, nous décider nous les changer, même lié nous a croisé, c'est noyé n'a pas noyé, nous ven la pio pour qu'à sauver, nous ven la pio pour qu'à sauver.
I want to say a big thank you, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. Again, Fondation Enfant Jésus, Reve, Anaika, all the wonderful artists. Thank you for having me. Angelo, my brother. One love, everybody. Have a great night and have a great day. Yes, enjoy. Aïe, boubou. Peace and love.
Hello, my name is Rick Fedrizzi. I'm the Executive Chairman of the International Well Building Institute. This September, it will have been 10 years since I took the stage at the Clinton Global Initiative Conference and committed to the children of Haiti that they would not be forgotten. I announced that we would spearhead the creation of an orphanage and children's center that could provide for the immediate health and emotional needs of orphan children in Haiti and offer a pathway to adoption. Working alongside the immense talent of Gina and Lucienne Duncan and the remarkable Foundation Enfant Jesus, and through the extraordinary challenges that come with rebuilding in a poor country devastated by a horrible earthquake, we persevered. And against the odds, we raised from that destruction a place of safety and refuge for children and support for families, providing habitat and hope for those who live at the knife's edge of despair. FEJ has been the heartbeat of this work for decades. Its caring and compassionate staff is changing lives and giving futures for countless children who lack life's fundamentals. Diapers and formula for the babies, shoes and simple meals for the older children, medical supplies and school supplies to help give them a chance. Every day, FEJ makes small miracles happen, but it can't do it alone. So please consider a generous financial gift to help them continue to bring a measure of comfort and a glimmer of a better future. Nelson Mandela famously said, "There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children." The needs of the world are great, but in this one small corner, the impact of your contribution will be felt for years to come. Please give. Thank you so much. Merci.
Mission of Tears was founded in 1993 as a federal registered Canadian charity. Founded by Reverend Gordon and Diane Lewis, Mission of Tears began a partnership with FEJ in 2012. It continues today in humanitarian and sponsorship support.
Barrels of Blessing for FEJ began as a COVID-19 response to provide food to Haiti on a consistent basis.
It provided for a consistent supply chain of food for FEJ to battle food shortages in Haiti caused by COVID-19. In Canada, Barrels of Blessings allowed Mission of Tears volunteers and partners a continued avenue of supporting, a moral booster for them to offset impacts of COVID restrictions on them here. Barrels of Blessings allowed volunteers in Canada to take a hands-on part in purchasing, labeling, and shipping food to Haiti. Several church groups took on COVID-19 through missions and made it their special international response. Barrels of Blessing gave FEJ opportunity to return thank yous to all the special volunteers at Mission of Tears. This personal interaction between the sender and receivers of Barrels of Blessings, FEJ Haiti, was far more successful than we ever first planned. It kept Mission of Tears sponsors and their volunteers encouraged to see the pictures coming back from FEJ and that the efforts they were putting in were greatly appreciated. FEJ has made the shipping of Barrels of Blessing to Haiti very easy, and their success has encouraged us to do even more. To date, 76 Barrels of Blessings have been sent and received in Haiti. The value is over 50,000 Canadian dollars. Thank you for the success with our partner FEJ in Haiti. More Barrels of Blessings are on the way in 2021, despite COVID-19 restrictions, and to continue offsetting the impact of COVID-19 on FEJ in Haiti. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.
Alors, son nom c'est Magdala. Le titre de sa chanson c'est Higher. So, justement, c'est le but de cet événement, c'est d'aller plus haut, plus haut. On a besoin de vous. Alors, ce soir, je vous présente Magdala.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Mon nom c'est Magdala. Je vous invite à faire des dons tout au long de la chanson et par après. Gardez à la vie, pas de coopérer, non. Tout ça fait, tout ça dit. Semblez les papes de non. Zami yo abandonné, pas de mon cap supporter. Gardez à la vie, gardez moments dans la vie, ça. Gardez à la vie. C'est là pour qu'un femme, gardez-les dans la vie. C'est là ma vie, puis oh. Même la vie a sauté pour casser n'a monté, puis oh. Même le problème sous problème, ma blague nous monte, puis oh. Nous comprenons qu'on fâche, mais sans c'est ça qui, puis oh. N'a monté, puis oh. N'a monté, puis oh. C'est n'a demandé pour qui? C'est n'a demandé qui, Jean? C'est n'a demandé qui, mais misère qu'on fait 30 ans, la vie a conduit, c'est vrai, mais c'est ça qui fait un people, pas jamais découragé, qu'on est n'a monté, puis oh, même la vie a sauté pour casser n'a monté, puis oh. Même les problèmes sous problème, ma blague nous monte et puis oh. Nous comprenons qu'on fâche, mais sans c'est ça qui puis oh. N'a monte et puis oh. N'a monte et puis oh. Même la vie a sauté pour casser n'a monte et puis oh. Même les problèmes sous problème, ma blague nous monte et puis oh. Nous comprenons qu'on fâche, mais sans c'est ça qui vit, oh, n'a monté, puis, oh, n'a monté, puis, oh. Donc, merci. Et n'oubliez pas de donner. Thanks, and don't forget to donate. Have a good night. Excusez-moi, on a eu un petit problème technique. Alors, je m'en excuse. Alors, ce soir, on a le privilège et la surprise d'avoir une invitée exceptionnelle. C'est la présidente de la Fondation Enfant Jésus. Alors, je vous présente Madame Gina Ferrus.
Merci Mélane, ça fait plaisir de te voir. Bonsoir tout le monde.
Et sans plus tarder, je vais aussi inviter à nous rejoindre notre artiste, notre animateur Sven Telemark. Sven.
Thank you so much for having me, Mila. Nice to meet you again, Gina.
Yes, as always.
Well, I am so blessed to be here. Moi, vraiment béni pour me là. I'm going to be speaking in English, Creole, Franglais, whatever you want to call it. Nous parlons tout comprendre. You will all understand. So there's so many questions that come to my mind and my heart when I think about all the work that both of you are doing. What I love is the fact that you have so much experience and you're actually passing the baton to someone so young that has that same passion. Before I start, I want you to understand that passion. We're going to start with Mila.
Yes.
So the name of your foundation is called Reve Anaika, which means Anaika's dream.
Yes.
Can you explain to the audience, why would you name it that? Why didn't you call it after your own name or something like that?
Bon, moi-même, c'est créole, on va parler et français. Pas parce que je ne parle pas anglais, mais je préfère parler français et créole. Alors, le nom de Reve Anaika, à vrai dire, c'est une histoire. C'est une histoire qui m'avait marqué durant justement le tremblement de terre en Haïti, que je sais que ça a touché beaucoup de personnes. Anaika, c'est une petite fille qui est malheureusement décédée durant le tremblement de terre. Et ça m'avait tellement touchée que je me suis dit, you know what? On doit se rappeler de rêve, on doit se rappeler d'Anaika. Et je sais que c'est une petite fille qui avait beaucoup de rêves, comme moi, en étant petite aussi. Alors, c'est là que ça vient le nom de Reve Anaika.
And just to break that down for you in English, I'll say this very quickly. If you remember the earthquake in Haiti that took over 250,000 lives, there was a young girl named Anaika. She was stuck under the rubble, And for her to get free, they actually had to cut off her legs. Even after cutting off her legs, she passed away, unfortunately. And that's when Mila realized that, you know what, that child's dream will not be lost under the rubble. And she decided to take that path and, you know, go against the grain to start Reve Anaika. Now, Gina.
Yes.
I know you have over more than 20 years of experience with your foundations, right?
32 years.
Excuse me, 32 years, 32 years. I'm 34, 32 years of experience. That is beautiful. You said something to me earlier that really touched me. I know in the 80s and the 90s, there was a big stigma around HIV and AIDS. Can you explain how you got comfortable and how you became sensitive to people suffering from HIV and AIDS?
Well, I was finishing nursing school and I had to do my internship, and I was always a loud mouth in my class. So I don't know why, but I got the most toughest. Everybody was not wanting that internship, but I got it. And this is my first exposure to patients that had HIV, which really created the compassion in my heart. Watching these people saw us, dying and no solutions then. To imagine today, there are so many other solutions. And so I realized today that was my preparation to be engaged and an advocate for children with HIV, especially in a country like Haiti. Like I said to you, Ven, in our medical center we created, because it was costing me too much money to care for all the sick kids. When I go to a general hospital, I'm spending $10,000. I have to send my nurse. I have to send the medications. So I decided, with our expertise, to create a unit to receive our sick kids who were either being abandoned or that were HIV. And I have to tell you, I've been there for 30 years. And out of 10 children, there was always three kids that were HIV.
And there's something that I want you guys to pick up on if you forgot. She said that while she was doing her internship, they thought that they would be punishing her by sending her to the worst unit, which was AIDS in the 1980s, which turned out to be preparation for her purpose.
Yeah.
So something that you got to really think about is, what is life pushing you to?
Absolutely.
Now, I have something else to ask you. You said 32 years of experience.
Yes.
In those 32 years, you've done so much. You have so much stuff under your belt. Can you tell us a little bit about your contribution towards the Hague policy in Haiti?
Yeah, well, that was very interesting, because I never believed in institutionalizing kids. So my first aim when I got to Haiti was to try to support existing orphanages and improve the quality of care of the children, because for me it was appalling, especially kids with disability. For me, in most orphanages, they were sentenced to death. So I thought that through the Healing Hands Foundation that I created with my husband, as well, my ex-husband, as well as a group of people, that we could change that. And so our first mission, we thought, was going into orphanage and giving direct care and treatment and providing supplies. And very rapidly, I found myself very disillusioned, because a lot of times we would send the things in the orphanage and then they would disappear. I go back 3 months and they would disappear. And I remember a dear colleague of mine said, you have to make the model. And that's when I really started taking this seriously. And I did my research on Hague and adoptions, because I know people have stigmas about adoption, but you need to realize there are kids. That's the only resort.
Now, when you say, hey, can you give the audience?
I want to explain Hague.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I discovered in Haiti as a born diaspora, because I left Haiti at 4 and I got there at 29, and I was trying to apply the best practices. And in doing my research with my team, we realized there were international Hague principles that we should be applying to avoid all the corruptions and the danger we were exposing our children. So without anybody's authority, we chose to implement Hague in our organization, and it became a model. Embassies would tell us, wow, this was amazing. What are they doing differently? All their papers are clean and transparent. And that's how we built our reputation, but we also promoted the principles of Hague. And in 2014, our efforts paid off because Haiti became a head country and the government of Haiti signed that convention, which is a big start for me because it allows us to start looking at least adoptions, how to protect those children. But in my vision, it's a beginning because we need to work on the laws to protect children in Haiti.
Now, Gina, I have another question for you, just so the audience can really understand what they're contributing to and what your center does. I know you deal with children that have HIV and AIDS, but also you deal with a very big issue, malnutrition. Can you get on that, please?
Yeah, definitely. Majority of kids, we have an orphanage where we place children and try to find families for them, but as well as getting them into Haitian families. I'm I'm an advocate for Haitians to take care of their own kids. And I've done, we were working on, so this HEG allowed us to principally give a model that today people can just adopt kids in Haiti like that. There are a central organization in the government that definitely controls that. And it is a big victory because we started applying that example. We made the pilot example that today became a national, implemented in 2014.
Beautiful.
But Haiti became a head country. So, you know, it avoids a lot of obstacles and challenges that we have faced during all these years. I've been in Haiti and seeing all the corruption, also the trafficking and the danger. So that was a very important advocate action. Today, you know, the Senate and it is law.
Well, that is beautiful. So now, right before we wrap up, I know what is also amazing is the collaboration between you two.
That's important.
I find that amazing. Keep watching and remember, donate FEG.com, Cash App, PayPal. The last time we checked, we were around 14,000. Let's double that.
Guys,
let's double that.
Yes. We need to get to 100,000 tonight.
Yes.
5 beds and 5 houses.
Yes.
Yes. How did our partnership come together? You want to hear about that? They shut us.
Greetings. It is with great respect and joy that I congratulate my dear friend and colleague Gina for the amazing work she has spearheaded over 30 years at the helm of Foundation Enfant Jésus. As a board member of the U.S. Sister Foundation, I thank all of you in Haiti and around the world for all the support you have shown and the children's lives that you have impacted with your love and gifts. Blessings, gratitude, and continued courage to Gina, her team, and all the organizations FEJ collaborates with to improve the lives of Haiti's greatest wealth, her children. For your listening pleasure, I'm pleased to offer the first movement of Grieg's Hallberg Suite, performed by members of the Lynn Philharmonia String Section.
if you support FEJ, you support an organization which is able to go to help directly on the basis where the help is needed. It is not going through all these, let's say, thousands of levels where somebody puts a bit of the money which is spent and donated. So what we learned is every cent we donated comes directly to the people which need it.
Hi, my name is Brian Carlson. I'm an FEJ USA board member, and I live here in Vermont. And I've been supporting FEJ for the last 10 years through donations and as a volunteer director of operations for FEJ USA. Now, at the core of FEJ's work is a dedication to ensuring that every child has the opportunity to live a fulfilling life. And every child, regardless of their health situation or their family status, deserves this chance. And FEJ gives this opportunity to children in Haiti through their various programs. So children who don't have a family, they take care of at their creche, at their orphanage, and they help them find a family. Children who are really sick, they provide health care at their medical treatment center. And they also provide an education to children at their school. And I truly believe that if we all work together to support this effort, we can change the lives of thousands of children. And that's what inspires me to continue my support of FEJ. Now, every day I'm lucky to be reminded of the importance of this work by my own daughter, who benefited from FEJ's programs. And she's going to be our next performer this evening, so I'm going to let her introduce herself. And I just want to say thank you again for joining us this evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Hello, I'm Esterlyn Carlson. I'm 15 years old, and I live in Montreal, Vermont. I was adopted from the FEJ orphanage when I was 2 years old. I would like to dedicate this song to the FEJ students and FEJ children at the orphanage. The song is called The Shores of Austria.
Once again, we are coming to you from our headquarters in New York. I'm Debbie Calton here with FEJ board member and Himmler Francois. Sorry, I blanked out for a second there. I've just been astounded by these musical performances that we've been seeing, and we also still have Arcade Fire on the way. So very excited about that. As we look at our donations, what do we have? About 20 more minutes with this fundraiser? About. We'd like to double what we have now in the next 20 minutes. Yes. So if you've been holding off, hold off no longer. Go ahead and make that donation. And I love that the total actually has 0.01 at the end, just showing that every penny counts. Literally, every penny counts. So whatever you can do. I would like to talk. We focused a little bit earlier on the money that could be spent for the medical center. I'd like to talk a little bit about housing now and the needs. Can you you know way more about it than I do?
Well, the housing situation is when we try to raise this fund to build those houses, we're not building a home for just one person. That fund provides housing for 4 people. So it's a family of 4. Basically, that family, as we all know, in Haiti, we never have just one family in a home. You know, you can imagine.
Right, extended
so
family.
We always have the extended families who, oh yeah, they have an extra room. So we're not just helping one family in reality. We're helping a whole community with that donation. And right now, I ask all of you, if you've been watching all the musical performance and listening to everything that's been said, find it within your heart. Go on right now. If it's $100, give it. If it's a penny, go ahead and make that donation. And guess what? I won't say if you want to give a $5,000 neither, you know, and I will welcome that. And not only we'll take it, but we'll also give you the opportunity to see what your money went towards. It doesn't come to the pockets of the board members or any staff member. It goes straight into doing the works that will benefit these children.
Absolutely. And you can find out more about the work on the website as well, specifically about how the dollars are spent. And again, as Himmler said, it all goes to the foundation and to the amazing, incredible work that they do. And it's not finite. This work goes on forever. It does not stop.
It does not stop. One thing I realized over the years, helping children in Haiti is a 365, 7 days a week, period. And at time, in the middle of the night, we get calls for assistance. And we'll come back to tell you more about those instances. But right now, we need you to go online and double our donations at this moment. Whatever it is that you find in your heart to bless us with, we ask you to do it without thinking. If you want to close your eyes and simply punch the numbers, go ahead. Be my guest. I welcome that.
Go for the zeros.
Anything.
Go for the zeros
okay?
as much as possible.
Exactly.
Yes.
As long as you have a positive number in front, any other number, and then filled with zeros in the back, I welcome them. Because right now, these will help every single children that we are currently supporting.
And we would like to remind you that you can continue to donate after this fundraiser, this virtual fundraiser ends, but we sure would love to see that number double while we're still here on camera. So please go ahead and make those donations now. Himmler, I believe we have another guest coming up. Would you please introduce?
Yes, we do. And I believe right now we have I have a cheat sheet here.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm thinking about all the great work that you guys are doing currently online. So, and the musical that's been playing, it gives me goosebumps.
Yes. We are here right now.
And right now, we'll introduce to you one of our own, Elisabeth Guérin.
Bonsoir, je suis Elisabeth Guérin, spécialiste des médias en Floride. Et je voudrais vous dire ce soir qu'il n'y a rien de plus horrible qu'un enfant qui a la capacité de tout apprendre, de tout absorber et qui ne reçoit rien. Pas seulement intellectuellement, mais à tous les niveaux. Pas de nourriture, pas de famille, pas d'éducation, pas de logement, pas d'amour. Un enfant dans ces conditions est voué à l'échec. Si vous n'avez rien reçu, il est évident que vous ne pourrez rien donner. Et il n'y aura de la place dans votre cœur que pour l'anarchie, la violence, la maladie, même la haine. Ce n'est pas ce que nous voulons pour nos enfants. Les enfants, c'est l'avenir d'un pays. Ce sont eux les futurs décideurs de notre pays. Et il y a bien trop d'enfants qui souffrent en ce moment en Haïti. Trop d'enfants abandonnés. Et c'est pour cela que des organisations comme la Fondation Enfant Jésus jouent un rôle crucial en Haïti. Car ils sauvent des enfants, ils les soignent, les éduquent, leur offrent un avenir, un espoir. Ils leur donnent la chance d'être adoptés par d'autres parents. Mais la Fondation Enfant Jésus ne peut pas survivre sans vous, sans votre aide. Alors faites partie d'un mouvement grandiose. Contribuez à la Fondation Enfant Jésus. Bay petit pas chiche. Si nous réfléchissons combien de nous dépenser dans acheter bagaille nous pas besoin, dans nos bars, combien de nous dépenser dans acheter alcool, eh bien nous capables prendre un petit parti dans cob ça yo pour nous contribuer à souhait pour nous sauver un petit monde en Haïti. Contribuer, sauver des vies.
Merci un peu parce qu'il m'a appris carrément et puis il m'a tout ça besoin.
Ça enfant Jésus fait pour moi, moi content. Moi content en pile. Parce que l'aime de vivre enfant Jésus, me pas beaucoup jeter.
Mission principale Fondation Enfant Jésus, c'est encadrer ti moun, et spécialement si la qui plus dans nécessité yo, nan aider yo joindre soin la santé, éducation et formation qui permettent améliorer conditions la vie yo.
Nous commençons projet ça, parler de projet ça depuis décembre 2019 et nous finalement commencé effectivement en mars 2020. Nous commençons à recevoir des timons en avril 2020 et projet c'est au fait pour nous recevoir timons qui infectés avec maladie sida et qui aussi besoin de thérapie intensive. Qui ça nous entend par thérapie intensive, qui ont une maladie chronique qui besoin de soins de manière régulière. Et nous connaissons dans le pays en genre difficulté pour jouer en place dans l'hôpital. Donc c'est un objectif ça que nous avons ouvert sans ça.
In the project, we definitely need support to help get more equipment, to get more medication, different supplies that we need to be able to better take care of the kids. Just want to say thank you to everybody who is working here with us. I know that a lot of people have put in a lot of time and energy and given their support so that we can actually take care of these kids and do a good job. So thank you for being part of our team.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Sarah Duncan. I would like to thank you for joining us today on National Children's Celebration Day. And also I would like to take the time to thank all of you who have been supporting FEJ and also acknowledging the legacy of my grandmother Lucienne Duncan and my father Lucien Duncan. On behalf of the children of FEJ and Reve Anaika, we would like to thank you for your support. Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. Nous sommes Sarah Duncan. Nous sommes contents d'être que nous venons participer avec nous dans la journée nationale de Timoun en Haïti. Je tiens remercier tous les artistes et sponsors pour support nous à Fondation Enfant Jésus. En hommage de grand-mère Lucienne Duncan et papa Lucien Duncan, et au nom de tout le monde de Fondation Enfant Jésus et Reve Anaika, nous voyons un gros remerciement.
We love you, FEJ.
Hallo Gina und vielen Dank und viele Grüße aus Deutschland von Celine.
Hi, my name is Erin Miller and I'm the SVP of Operations and Events for the National Basketball Retired Players Association. I've been working with FEJ and Gina Duncan for over 6 years now and have had the privilege of traveling to Haiti twice. On both trips in 2015 and in 2016, the NBRPA partnered with FEJ and brought a delegation of former NBA and WNBA players to Haiti. The players and I got to witness firsthand the amazing work FEJ is doing in the Haitian communities. We were able to visit and volunteer at FEJ's programs for education and recreation, child and family advocacy, health services, entrepreneurship, and so much more. For me personally, each trip was life-changing. I encourage anyone who can, please help by donating to FEJ and their worthy cause. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Mike Johnson. I currently live in Texas with my wife Ruby, and we've been involved with fundraising activities that support FEJ and their foundation for nearly a decade now. In 2011, my team and I put together the first celebrity golf tournament, which raised over $100,000. We know that education and health care are critical to the children of Haiti and their future, and we understand the mission of the foundation, so we continue to support the school and the medical clinic. We hope that you will join us and make a long-time commitment as Gina and FEJ has done for 30 years now. Let's make a donation during this virtual event and bring some happiness to the children of Haiti. Thanks.
Greetings, everyone. Hey, my name is Reggie Bradshaw, retired Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal and 13-year Marine Corps veteran. Hey, what about FEJ? You know, I've been involved with FEJ since around 2011 when we first started doing the golf tournament. So it was one of the organizers of the golf tournament along with Mr. Mike Johnson. We did that for a number of years. It was always a very, very successful celebrity golf tournament, always very successful, particularly and beneficial, particularly to the school, to the kids of FEJ. I must say one of my most memorable moments, not that there were any negative, because they're all positive, but one of my most memorable moments was the year that they introduced the pictures of the kids, and the golfers were able to adopt a child and, you know, get a picture. And I mean, that was just an absolutely beautiful time. Get off the fence, go ahead and commit to the support. It would definitely be well worth it. Hey, I love you guys, all the best, and keep up the good work and all that you do. God bless.
Hello, my name is Taj McWilliams Franklin. I'm a retired professional basketball player with the WNBA. I made a trip to Haiti with the National Basketball Retired Players Association a couple of years ago, and I had a life-changing experience. While being part of that group, we went to the FEJ and saw the great work that they're doing for the Haitian community. FEJ has empowered the Haitian community through all of their social efforts. And I was so impressed with the care and the dedication of the volunteers there. I just want to take this time to say that FEJ is an amazing, amazing community service, and that everyone who's listening out there, who can see me, who can hear my voice, this is an opportunity for you to give back in ways that touch many people's lives. The main mission of FEJ is to empower communities, empower women, empower families, empower children. And that's the part that's so amazing. They do so much with so little. And now it's time for you to do your part. Thank you, and God bless.
Hi, my name is Sue Calkins, and I am a volunteer with the Foundation of the Infant Jesus. While I was there, I went as a grandmother. They called me Mimi. And I did anything a grandmother would do if she came into your house. I rocked babies, I rocked big kids, I rocked whoever wanted to climb into my lap. I want to tell you a little bit about a couple of programs that I'm working on for FEJ. One is the Mother's Heart program, which brings mothers to Haiti to nurture children. The other project I'm working on is what I call my egg project. The children get lots of food, but they do need more protein. Food is very expensive in Haiti, so I've been trying to do a little fundraising to raise money for what I call the egg project, and it just provides protein for the kids. I cannot say enough about FEJ, and I hope that you all find it in your heart to help them with their projects. Gina Ferris is an amazing lady, and I just need to say my heart has been touched when I heard her talk about the children and tell me that no child's going to be left behind. Well, no child's going to be left behind, and no child's going to be left unloved. So I really encourage you to help the agency as much as you can, and God bless you. Thank you.
You're on.
Sadly, our time is almost up for this fundraiser that has been just so fun, entertaining, and informative.
Yes.
I've learned so much about FEJ tonight, and as I look at our donations, we've made a dent. We will continue. We're looking at this as the launch of this fundraising effort. So we, of course, will continue to have the link up on the website, also on the Facebook page. Make sure you go and like FEJ on the Facebook page, and the donations will still certainly be allowed to come in. We'd love to see a few more here in the last several minutes, but the link will be left open. And as we said earlier, every penny counts. Every bit of money, any bit of money that you can donate will help add up to do this work that is so very much needed in Haiti. Himmler, I've seen some smoke coming out of your head, and I think you've got some sort of idea, and I have no idea what you're going to throw on us here.
Well, it seems like you're a mind reader, you know, because I've been cooking something in my mind here. It so happened that we have a little special for you guys. Those of you that are willing to donate right now $1,000, those that have the means and that are willing to donate $1,000, You are within the neighboring state of New York, whether you New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, even what's the other one?
Well, I don't know how far you want to go.
Well, anywhere within the surrounding states, a donation of $1,000 will get you a special evening with a loved one where you will have a private chef come into your own home following CDC guidelines. Please go right now, give $1,000. They will come into your home and they will prep you a wonderful, lovely evening dinner where you can enjoy that moment. I know you've been at home all this time during COVID and you're tired of cooking. So right now it's time for someone else to take it on for you. Go right now on online, give $1,000, and then we'll make the arrangement. Everybody who have made a $1,000 donation from this moment on will receive that special.
That was my question. So if we get several 1,000 donations,
they will all get it.
All right, folks, this is crunch time. This is the time to make your donations. We thank you so very much to all of the donors who have given so far. And again, you can continue to donate. And I think you should take Himmler up on this private chef thing because it sounds pretty amazing.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you this. I'll give you a sample. How many of you would like to try what they call a chocolate basil filet mignon? So go ahead, give your donation right now, $1,000 to start with. Because now it's not going to the chef, it's not going to the pockets of those that are working within the foundation. It's going straight to help the children in Haiti that are needing in most.
Indeed. So with that said, merci beaucoup. Thank you so very much to all the donors. And I believe we are going to Montreal now.
Yes, we are going to Montreal, and it was a pleasure having you this evening. And we will, as Debbie mentioned, we will keep this live link on throughout the month so that we can achieve the goal and continue to provide services for these children. Thank you very much for your for this wonderful evening you were willing to spend with us. Stay safe.
La soirée est terminée, mais l'événement n'est pas terminé. Vous pouvez encore regarder l'événement en différé, vous pouvez le regarder demain, ce soir, mais vous pouvez toujours aussi continuer à contribuer, à donner des donations, à donner de l'argent pour la Journée nationale des enfants d'Haïti, parce que cette journée-là, finalement, elle est dans notre cœur, mais elle va aussi durer et perdurer à l'année. N'est-ce pas?
Oui, Angelo, tu as tout à fait raison. La soirée n'est pas terminée. Vous pouvez toujours continuer à donner sur la page de donatefej.com. On a besoin de vous, les enfants ont besoin de vous et continuez à donner.
Also, something I really want you to take in mind, today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. That means that there were some checks that were deposited. Before the weekend comes, I want you to think about where your heart is. When it comes to donatefej.com, this is not something that is just limited to tonight. Why just give $20, $50, $100, $1,000? Why not become a partner and give regularly? You can do all of that at donatefej.com.
Yes.
So far, our goal is only $100,000 between everyone you know that you can share this live with, everyone that you can share the news with, the people you could broadcast on your WhatsApp, the people that you can send a text message to. That is nothing. We can do this if we come together. L'union fait la force.
Excellent.
So, any last words, friends?
Oh oui, parce qu'on n'est pas juste trois.
Yeah.
On est...
On a
il y a
une grosse équipe.
Magdala.
Yeah, Magdala, hey!
Il y a beaucoup de gens ici dans cette fondation, dans cet événement, dans cette discussion. Il y a Gina.
Gina!
Il y a Sarah.
Yes, Sarah!
Il y a Frankie.
Frankie!
Et il y en a beaucoup d'autres.
Écoutez. Yes.
I want to thank you all, guys. You have done an amazing job, and I just want to echo Hilaire's offer that you donate $1,000, you get a private chef and getting an exotic meal from Haiti. From the
Whoa.
So come on, guys. We're only up to 13,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Merci.
And for everyone that has already given, remember it is better to give than to receive. It will always come back to you sevenfold.
Yes.
And for those of you who still are hesitating, it only takes a couple minutes. It only takes a couple dollars to make a change.
Yes.
So let's give us our seats
Yes.
to others.
Yes. Bravo.
Peace, New York, Miami, Haiti, Montreal.